So ultimately, I decided to go back to the Rel Crumbs brand name because to me, it actually encapsulates what I'm about and what life has been for me. Life has been, it's had its fair shares of ups and downs like anyone else. I've had some pretty intense moments, pretty intensely good moments, intensely bad. But Rel Crumbs, that whole brand and what it signifies is the fun, lighthearted part of me, where it's less intense. Let me just be honest and not, jump around too much. But let me just give you an example of what I mean. When I came into this whole spiritual awakening and all that stuff and started to share, the experiences I was having online, there felt like this intensity to it. Now, the thing is I don't take away from that intensity at all. I think there is a certain level of just integrity and intensity or whatever that comes with becoming awakened. But sometimes in the beginning of our journey, we can get too serious and too like hard and callous. It's kind of the same thing, but you know, we can like almost, funny enough, calcify the personality we become after an awakening. And I learned over time that that sarcastic, jokey me was the path all along. It wasn't this whole new identity where I got to be completely different, even take on a whole new language. It was more of respecting myself and loving myself a lot more and understanding the interconnectedness between everything around me, even the conspiracies and all the stuff and just what it meant, all the signs and symbols. And it's just a real journey of going within the meditation and everything and connecting with other souls that are on similar frequencies and just staying in that authentic frequency to allow those who come and see you to either be inspired by that frequency. Either way, I feel in my own personal life, and let me just be honest about this, is whether somebody says you impacted them bad or good in their own perception, you still caused a significant change or experience within that person to then go do something else or be something else or course guide them in a direction for wherever their life is going, right? So to me, one of the highest frequencies you can be is authentic. Authenticity is the highest frequency, one of the highest with alongside love. But this is just speaking from experience. I've noticed that just being me, genuinely standing on my principles and standing on at least what my ego has formed as an identity helps to mitigate a lot of the fakeness and obstacles and stuff that other people overcome. I see certain experiences that I have gone through myself in life that I see certain people go through on loop, on loop, on loop, and never understand or never really get why they continue to allow themselves to do that. And it all comes back to the self concept and authenticity and who they're being. Because when you truthfully don't need to show out for anyone else and you don't need to be a certain individual for anyone else, you are in a dangerously awesome frame of mind and frame of being that just attracts realness to you. And it allows everything that's not for you to just fall off. Now I'm kind of going down a little bit of the rabbit holes, but bringing this all back to Rel Crumbs is before I filmed this video, I started to realize to myself, bro, I don't care about these algorithms, numbers, any of this shit, keywords, none of it. I just want to be me, content create, and enjoy this human experience that, we incarnated here to deal with. So, all the stuff we see in this world, there's a purpose to all of it. And I want to stop trying to optimize my energy to do stuff. It's like I'm just going to come on here and feel like I'm the best content creator in my own lane and I don't want to do any specific gimmicks or hooks in the beginning of the videos. I'm tired of all that, and I know there's a lot of people out there that are actually tired of that. Some things feeling just perfectly optimized, perfectly this, perfectly that. I'm tired of it. I don't want to do that. I even did like a whole anagram of my name. So if you see like Elyar or hear me mention Elyar Rutin, I was trying to do this cool anagram to give myself this sharp style, but I was like, no, man, Rel Crumbs came from the heart. Elyar did as well. I'll probably use the name in some other brand, but the Rel Crumbs was really that idea of like, I'm dropping breadcrumbs and then other things. And I was gonna leave that and not say that in video, but I mean, I think somebody smart could put that together two and two. But it's like the breadcrumbs of like the experiences that I've gone through my life, so it's like the little breadcrumbs of wisdom. But anyways, nonetheless, I just I was scrolling today a little bit. Just my algorithm is mostly like memes and jokes, and then really wise wisdom, and spiritual quotes and philosophical quotes and things of that nature. So my doom scrolling is not really ever bad. I'm not, consuming just brain rotted content all the time. But today I was just scrolling and, some post by Gary Vee popped up. And I just realized, man, I created some of my best brands and the best moments in my life when I was just being me and didn't really give a fuck about anything, any structure or any how something is supposed to look. And it's funny because, again, not shout out to a specific big creator that I just recently talked to, but they even looked at me and were like, right off the bat, like, and this is like, no offense. I knew they didn't mean any offense, but they said when I would look at you, I wouldn't even think that you were someone who is spiritual or, something like that. And that's why, blah, blah, blah. But, it's just funny to me because when I think about that, it's like, damn, there is such I see. It's funny. It's like I think my girlfriend's father said the same thing. Like he looked at me and didn't think I'd be like the type to be that like or appear that woo woo, which I'm not even woo woo or I don't look woo woo, but that's the whole thing that's funny about spirituality. And that for me actually gives me a whole bigger portion to my power. It's like exactly, I got this anime shirt on, I got locks, which some people do associate. It's just so many different perspectives out there because there are people who give the cliche of like a black dude with locks and beads and stuff is spiritual, but I don't wear beads. I wear one copper bracelet because copper has some health benefits, rumored. And then I got prayer beads and, and I just do me, I've worn joggers and dress shirts forever, and people thought that was a fire combo. Some people thought it was corny, but then other people started wearing it, and that cracked me up. And but like people thought the style was fire. They're like, bro, you're the only guy I've seen put like some khaki joggers with a dress shirt. Exactly, because that's always been me. I love joggers, and or tapered bottoms. But the thing is just like because I'm never trying to be something I'm not. I'm never trying to be anyone else. And even when it came into spirituality, that was one of the first things that like my discernment saw through immediately. Is people putting on different languages and you know just like trying to intellectually flex on other people of how much they've memorized from another book or another creator or things like this. And it's like, where's your own personal experience? Where is your own this? But again, for me, this echoes even in the content creation. I think I'm just going to tell myself, since this is all energy, that the algorithm just favors my videos and it favors my rawness because I don't have time to be sitting here trying to optimize every single thing. And I've built a channel, to 5,000. I've built channels in the past even greater with faceless channels. So it's like I need to stop just even like allowing my mind. It's like my mind doesn't get caught up in the analytics, but my mind kind of gets wrapped around, oh, should I be optimizing myself or appearing in a certain way? And it's like, no, bro, just appear as me. Like, I don't care. Crumbs was a great name. Solithic Shift was a great name for this channel, and it's still my Gmail. I'm going to keep it that. But I come up with really creative names, and I need to honor that. And I've noticed in, I'll just say this with, melanated individuals in general or just minorities, whatever the fuck, black people, that we've been programmed to not trust our creativity. Like it's a very real thing. Like we've been programmed to not trust the ideas and the divine thoughts that come out of our own mind. And that's sad because even like the creator who was like, I don't look particularly spiritual. It's funny because black and African cultures and indigenous cultures are some of the most spiritual people you will ever find. Some can even argue the root and the origin of it, in that creativity. So, that's just a thing for me that I realized over these last days is that it's, you know, I'm like, that's so funny. So, but anyways, nonetheless, I've just been thinking about all these things when I went to film this video today, and it gave me something that I really wanted to talk about and just get out there. That I was like, yeah, man. I mean, screw the algorithm, screw all this optimization. I don't care about keywords and this and that, and I just want to speak what my truth is, speak my experience, speak what has actually allowed me to, for another example, I think a lot of people think certain individuals are more reactive and respond quick and quick to anger and things like that. And a lot of my journey and my experience has allowed me to, I don't want to say become, what is it? Not, what is it called? What is it called? Dude, it's a D word, desensitized to things. But a lot of my journey and meditating and everything has allowed my mind to reframe the things that happen to me to where damn near sometimes people are amazed that I don't even respond. Like something super chaotic could happen in front of me. I'm talking about a car crash could happen 2 feet in front of me, and I'll look at it and be like, well, ain't that some shit, you know? And people are amazed by that mental calmness, stillness, mental fortitude. And, I have real experience on why that is and why I'm even at that state of mind. And, and it's like I'm realizing that this idea and keeping these almost getting stuck in this trap of like trying to, or not trying to, but optimize myself or set up my brand the best for the future is stopping from allowing that natural expression of all the experience I had to just come out in videos. Like I'm over here thinking, okay, I gotta do it like this, like this. It's like, no, fuck no. You have awesome fucking experience that can help a ton of people. You have awesome insights from your own life. And this is even reflected in my own life with people who come to me for advice. They've been coming to me for advice since I've been 16. I was the type of individual where older individuals would talk to me at 16, 17 and be like, yo, your mind is just so in a different spot from people you would imagine in your age group. The resilience, the other, blah, blah, blah. But, I need to take that and realize that and not let it get to the ego part, but I need to take that and use that to empower exactly what I'm putting out in the world. So, and stop caring about these algorithms and optimization. And I need to do this and I need to do up here like this. And I got to make sure this looks right. And this, it's like, no, it's like the algorithm is fucking me. I need to stop playing around. It's all energy, anyways. It's all a game. So why am I sitting here thinking there's a specific way? No, the algorithm's got to get in tune with me. The algorithm's got to shape to me. And that's how I want to really start moving. Anyways, getting that all out. Not trying to be too loud, but much love, and I'll see y'all in the next video. And yeah, that's it for me. We'll see you for the next day. And today was day 27. We're on to day 28.